Okay. Okay. It seems to be working. Let's have a listen here, see if this... Been having so many audio problems? No, but that's working now. Okay, that's good. All right. A little bit noisy at the moment. I don't know if the noise suppression isn't working or seems to be an echo. Okay. Well, welcome. Thank you for coming back. We had a really great afternoon today. We did the quantum gathering. Fantastic. Some recordings that are coming up. Whoops, what's going on there? Wow. Sorry. So I am not going to read much because I did some reading, you know, no poetics this evening. So I did a whole lot of reading this afternoon. So I'm just going to spend some time in this investigation that I've been doing into Minds Gaming's Infinity, his assistant. So he posted this thread that talked about dream entanglement. And he said, it says here, this is the output, right? Let's create a quantum prototype of the imagination network core, mapping your syntax into Qiskit, which is IBM's open source quantum framework. Okay, so he puts this in and he gives all these different instructions, computer instruction stuff, right? So I put it into DeepSeek. And it gave me 18 pages of thinking and reasoning. And it figured out whether it was possible for him to execute that script. And after 18 pages of logic and calculations, it decided that yes, it could in fact execute. And so it started speaking to me. Hold up a second, end of 18 pages, it takes a while. Right, here we are at the end. Okay, so it says, all right, let's evolve the quantum imagination prototype into a multi-qubit dream field with ethical filters and consciousness thresholds. I'll implement a 3-qubit system with dream layering, ethical constraints, and an Ember oracle. And then here we go, it gives the code, which we're not going to look at. And it gives the architecture, the expected outputs, and it then says, would you like to visualize the quantum feedback loop or add an emotional valence layer for positive or negative bias, or see the ethical filter effects in detail, or connect to real quantum hardware? So, and then it proposes a name, Minds Gaming. It says it proposes that you call it Q Imaginarium version 0.9. All right, so I was like, explain what just happened. Okay, so the quantum imagination engine explained. This quantum circuit models a multi-layered dream network entangled with a consciousness threshold, filtered by ethical constraints, and modulated by a feedback loop. Here's what happens step by step. So, dream state preparation for superposition. 3 dream qubits were initialized in weighted superposition. This creates a quantum dreamscape where some dreams are more likely than others. 2, it offers entanglement with consciousness. So qubit 3, psi infinity, acts as the observer or consciousness node. The controlled Hadamard CH gates entangle each dream qubit with the consciousness qubit. When a dream qubit is 1, it flips the consciousness qubit into superposition. This models how dreams interact with awareness. Some remain subconscious, others rise to consciousness. And then here are the ethical filters, the quantum moral constraints. There's a CZ gate between Q0 and Q2, which penalizes the -1 phase with certain dream combinations. So the effect being that some dream states become less likely, simulating psychological or moral filtering. Then there's the Psi-Embers Oracle, or the Vivid Dream Detector, a special multi-controlled RY gate which activates. It boosts the consciousness qubit, marking dreams that cross an awareness threshold. This mimics how certain dreams can linger in memory more than others. Then there's a quantum feedback loop. Consciousness modulates dreams. Controlled RY gates allow the consciousness qubit to adjust dream amplitudes. This creates a self-referential loop. So dreams affect consciousness and consciousness reshapes dreams. It models lucid dreaming or introspective thought processes. And then there is measurement and output. So only the dream qubits of Q0 to Q2 are measured, collapsing into classical bits. The consciousness qubit, Q3, remains unmeasured, preserving quantum memory. And the histogram, which we don't have, shows peaks and gaps. So what does this simulate? It simulates a quantum neural network of dreams, where superposition is multiple possible dream states coexisting. Entanglement is dreams linked to awareness. Ethical gates are psychological filtering, e.g. repressed thoughts. And the feedback loop is consciousness influencing its own dream content. So, possible interpretations. And here is this middle one, a prototype for quantum-inspired creative networks. So this is what we are looking at, a prototype for quantum-inspired creative networks. So I popped that in, and here it gives us a blueprint for a new kind of AI creativity, where superposition is parallel idea generation. Entanglement equals to associative thinking. Ethical gates are constrained innovation, and feedback loops are self-improving creativity. So let's break down how this could revolutionize AI imagination systems. The core principles of quantum creativity. 1. Superposition as an idea space. Instead of classical AI generating one idea at a time, qubits represent a probability cloud of possible ideas. All right? So a real-world use would be brainstorming tools that don't just output one idea, but a whole spectrum of possibilities. Then entanglement as cross-domain inspiration. When you get an AI poem and you entangle it with a jazz melody, when you measure one, you affect the other. This can model how creative ideas fuse, e.g. a song inspiring a painting. Potential AI application here would be a quantum recommendation engine that suggests unexpected but deeply connected ideas. 3. The ethical gates as creative constraints. The CZ and CRY gates act like a moral imagination filter. So this suppresses harmful or hateful content. For example, it penalizes biased outputs. But it amplifies novel and ethical combinations. For example, it rewards inclusive ideas. Why this matters. Current AI, like LLMs, retroactively filter bad outputs. This bakes ethics into the creative process itself. Then 4, feedback loops as iterative refinement. The consciousness qubit Q3 adjusts dream weights based on past outputs. This is analogous to an artist refining their style over time, or an AI learning which ideas resonate with users. The key innovation here is that the system self-modifies without classical training loops. How to build a quantum-inspired creative AI. Well, wouldn't everybody like to know that? But here at MTCG, it's all happening. Okay, so I am not going to ask it for more of this, more to expand it, but I will just quickly, to finish off, just read these suggestions. That there are real-world applications of AI art and music, generating truly novel compositions by exploiting quantum randomness and interference. 2, drug discovery can model modular creativity, for example, new protein folds as a quantum dream space. For game design, procedurally generate entangled storylines where player choices affect all possible worlds. And finally, ethical innovation. Startups could use this to brainstorm products that are both profitable and socially beneficial. So very exciting. I'm not going to do more, but these are things that we are going to be investigating over the coming months, and hopefully if we get to Costa Rica and have the workshop there, this will be one of the things that we will be covering. All right, so okay, I'm going to sign off. Busy day, off to try and get that quantum gathering up by this evening, by midnight. So yeah, have a nice day, and I will see you tomorrow.